Hi students! Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to use a super fun online resource that can elevate our learning. So we'll be using this tool quite a bit throughout the year, so I want you to get comfortable with it before we dive in, and that's what this tutorial is all about. The only times we will use technology in my classroom is when it increases effectiveness, efficiency, enhancement, or engagement. I chose this particular resource because it could arguably increase all of those things, but particularly enhancement of material and student engagement because it's a fun way of learning. I love learning, but I also love games, which I'm sure you do as well. And I think that this interactive website is a super fun way to learn about certain topics, such as science or math. Um, so let's get started. So to begin, I headed over to this website called e-learning for kids. So we are going to go ahead and choose the science world just because that ties into our curriculum a little bit better. Awesome. So you get a cute little website pop up. It has a little tune in the back. And we are going to go ahead and change the grade to second grade, which is your grade. So as you can see over here, it says grade 2, and then it says start here. So we are just going to go ahead and start there. Alrighty, so it says with this little arrow, it tells you exactly where to start up here in the top of the screen. Alrighty, it looks like we're all loaded. Okay, so here's the intro.
And or in the water.
So that's just a little intro, and each little track will have an intro. So it'll explain to you kind of what you're going to be learning about. And then you'll go and click on these little icons. So I'm going to start with the butterfly. And it says exercise 1, where do the animals belong? So what we're going to do is we're going to click on these little images of each animal or um, fish or whatever. And we're going to click and drag and bring it over to the area where they live. So if you don't know, you can just guess because it'll tell you what the correct answer is. But I will go ahead and do this one. So it says C. Obviously, I know that a dog does not live in the water, they live on land. And I also know that guinea pigs do not live in the water, they live on land. So I can rule those two out. Now, a clownfish, I'm sure you've all seen Finding Nemo. He lives in the ocean. So I will drop him to the sea and I will bring the dog and the guinea pig on land. And you can see how he told me that I was correct. So then it's going to move on to the next one, and you're just going to do the same exact thing. So on this one, we have a crab, a butterfly, and a bird. So in the air, we got to think about what animals do we think live in the air? We know for sure that butterflies fly, right? And that they don't like to get wet. So they're going to be in the air. Well, birds also fly. We know that. So we're going to put that in the same spot. And then this crab, if you had to think about a crab, whether it was on the beach or in like a forest, you think that, yeah, crabs are going to be on the beach. So they're going to be near the sea. And again, he told us that we were correct. I love that little turtle guy. He's so cute. Okay, we're going to do two more. So this one is going to be a turtle, and I think that is a seal. And then we're also going to have a crab. So since we know for sure last time that the crab went to the sea, we know that we can probably do that one again. Sorry about the kitty. All right, so on land, we know that turtles sometimes live on land. So let's see. I'm gonna guess that's a sea turtle though. So we'll stick that in the sea. That looks correct. And a seal also lives in the sea. So we're gonna do that. And he told us that's perfect, right on. So we'll move on to the next one. And now we have a dolphin, a starfish, and a horse. So you got to think about, where have you seen dolphins or starfish before? It's going to be the sea. So you're going to drag those into the sea, and don't be worried if you don't get it correct. This is what'll happen. So say I accidentally put my horse in the sea area. He'll tell you it's not right, and then he'll also just kind of let you fix it yourself. So I can drop that back to land. I'll drop these two on sea and see if that helped, which it did. So you have to complete the previous activities to move on to the next ones. So you'll want to, and eventually, students, we are actually going to make a journal of our own that makes it super easy for us to find what animals we've learned about and where they live and certain things about their habitat. So I'm going to do one more in this little one. So this one says they're going to be like different true or false statements. So they're not all going to look the same. The activities that you do, they are going to be a little bit different. So it says, is the above statement true or false? Dirty air can make it difficult for birds to see. I'm going to go ahead and guess that that is true because if there's a lot of smoke in the sky, they're not going to be able to fly very straight. Perfect. We got that one right. Okay, the second question is, dirty air can make it more difficult to breathe for land animals. Is the above statement true or false? I know for a fact that dirty air can make it harder for humans to breathe, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that it would also be difficult for dogs to breathe. And we're right. Alrighty. Only birds can get sick from dirty air. Is the above statement true or false? Well, I think our last questions told us that this statement is false because it said that it can make dogs not feel very well. So I'm going to say that that one is false. Let's see what happens. Alrighty. Now, one more. It says, is the above statement true or false? The dirty air will not affect the fish because they are in the water. I would assume that that is true, but I could be wrong. Oh, and yep, I'm wrong. He says that is not correct. So it is false. So it's nice with this tool because it really lets you kind of fix your mistakes and then realize where you went wrong. And So that's just good to know for everyone, right? We got to keep the air clean for our animals. And I'm actually just going to do one more with you guys so that you get a really good idea of how this website works. And feel free to ask me any questions. All right, cutting down healthy trees is good for the environment. I'm going to go with no, was correct. Throwing our garbage in the ocean when we are in the crab boat is good for the environment. That is false. I know that for sure. Using the car a lot and burning things outside is good for the environment. That is false. We got that one right too. And lastly, picking up litter is good for the environment. And that is definitely true. We always want to do our part to help the environment. All right, my friends. So that is my tutorial on this amazing website, and I can't wait to do it with you.